Would you like a drink?
Desperately.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have opened you one right away. I have J&B Scotch.
You brought glasses, too?
I picked them up in Bloomingdale's. I was thinking about getting them for the restaurant.
You were afraid that if you dirtied your mother's glasses, she'd know someone was here?
She's a very meticulous woman. She remembers exactly how high the pillows were puffed when she left. I'm beginning to feel very foolish about all this.
Forget it. Meeting on the fly is not without its drawbacks.
Well, here you are.
I would like to ask you one question, though.
Yes.
Are you going to talk soft like that all afternoon?
Was I talking soft?
I know that's not your natural voice, because I hear you yelling a lot in the restaurant. The lady wants boiled halibut, not baked halibut. Are you talking soft because you find it sexier? Because I don't find it sexy. I find it hard to hear.
I was afraid. I mean, my mother has this high, squeaky voice, and there's this old woman who lives next door who's home all day. If she was to start hearing deep voices,
So
she would
what's
start...
the plan? You whisper and I clean the house in a high, squeaky voice?
No. There's no plan. We'll both talk natural.
Do you know you have a nice smile?
Well, thank you.
Don't thank me. It's your smile.
Anyway, you're not supposed to say nice things to me. I'm supposed to say nice things to you.
All right. Say nice things to me.
You're an attractive woman.
That's it. You came off better than I did. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's your wife I see once in a while in the restaurant. The tall blonde woman with the mink coat and the space shoes.
That's right. How'd you know?
Figured the only person who'd come in and take money out of the restaurant and leave without saying a word is either a mute crook or a wife.
She does that once a week. She goes to the bank on Fridays.
How long are you and the depositor married?
10 years.
Oh, professionals. So, here it is, Friday, and your wife's at the bank with her space shoes, and your mother's rolling bandages, and you're all alone with an attractive woman with an empty glass.
Oh, sorry.
You just did it again.
Did what?
Smelled your fingers. That's the third time you've done it.
Did I do that? I wasn't even conscious of it.
Is it an occupational hazard? Owning a fish restaurant and wondering how your fingers smell?
Well, it's opening those clams and oysters. I enjoy doing it. I do about 8 dozen a
I
day.
wouldn't worry about it if I were you.
You know, it's not the smartest thing. Being here in a nice blue suit with an attractive woman, smelling my fingers.
My fingers don't bother me as much as the blue suit. You own a car?
Yes.
A Buick, right?
My God, how'd you know?
Goes with the blue suit.
You know, Lynn, you're a very unusual woman. Like the way you came to our restaurant. I've never noticed you there before, and then suddenly you come 8 days in a row for lunch. What is it? A special high-protein diet?
Cravings.
You mean to eat?
To eat, to touch, to smell, to see, to do. A sensual, physical pleasure that can only be satisfied at that particular moment.
You mean like after an hour of handball or cold Pepsi?
I'm going to have trouble with you, right? I have a craving for another scotch.
Coming right up.
Caught you again.
I wasn't smelling my fingers. I was checking my watch.
Oh, is it time for you to smell your fingers yet?
I was just thinking of my mother. We have plenty of time.
What time is it?
10 after 3.
That's an hour and 50 minutes. All right, are you going to make the first move?
Boy, you sure are open about these things, aren't you?
In other words, you're not going to make the first move.
Sure I am. Certainly. I just thought we finish our drinks first.
Your schedule.
Can I say something? Things aren't going pretty good, are they?
had its ups and downs.
It's just gotta find an extremely attractive woman.
I heard. Thank you.
I know I said it to you before. Wasn't it the first thing I said to you at the restaurant?
No, the first thing you said to me was try the scallops.
I mean, after I got to know you, on a personal basis.
What time is it?
20 after 3.
That's another 10-minute shot. So, what's it going to be?
My God, you really get down to the point, don't you?
Look, did you ask me to come up here with the intentions of having an affair or not?
Well, in a manner of speaking.
Yes or no?
Yes.
And that we've got to be out of here by 5.
I don't think I put it that bluntly.
What time do we have to be out of here by?
5.
Alright.
Look, I don't deny my intentions were of romantic nature.
Romantic. In your mother's clean apartment with 2 glasses from Bloomingdale's.
It was my understanding that romance was inspired by the participants and not their comments.
That's beautifully worded. You ought to put it on the cherry stone clams. What's the matter? Is having an affair a dirty expression?
Certainly not having an affair. What's wrong with that?
I mean, people talk that way today, no? Maybe not Buick drivers, but a lot of people I know.
Look, Elaine, this is silly.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say a word now. You wanna put your hands over your ears?
Hey, come on, Elaine, this isn't funny.
I'm saying it. Screw.
Asshole! I don't understand the point of this.
All right. Fine. I'm flexible. I'll try things your way. What did you want to see me about, Mr. Cashman?
Oh, Elaine, don't be like this.
Look, you were the one that wrote an address and apartment number on a 1080 check. Then I come up here to find we have an hour and 50 minutes until your social working mother with the high squeaky voice comes home to examine the puffed pillows. Now, if we had 2 weeks in the
And I
South...
explained that. I thought going to a motel was a little sordid. And I would gladly have picked up your check, but my cashier's very nosy, and if she would have saw me paying for some woman...
Forget it. You got a lot of courage. I was surprised you gave me an extra shrimp in the shrimp cocktail.
Elaine, can I ask you a very honest question?
Yes, I've done this before.
That wasn't what I was going to ask you. Wait, you have? On other occasions?
I have, on other occasions, in other places, with other men, done the unthinkable. If it'll help your vanity any, you are the first owner of a fish restaurant I've ever been with. In that respect, I'm still a virgin. What was your question?
I know why I asked you to come here, but did you come because, isn't it funny? I find it so hard just to come out and say it. Am I appealing to you?
Yes.
I am?
Now you're appealing to me.
What do you mean by now? Do you mean possibly not tomorrow?
I mean possibly not in 15 minutes. I have a short span of concentration.
Oh, well, I find it disturbing.
Do you really?
Yes, I do. I find it disturbing and a little sad that your attitude towards people is so detached.
You'll get over it. Can I ask you a question?
Yes?
Are you writing some kind of research book? Is that really why you asked me up here? Sexual secrets of seafood sufferers?
I'm sorry. It's just so hard keeping up with you. One minute we're having a good conversation, and then the next minute you turn on me.
Listen, it's really been great, Mr. Cashman. I don't know when I've had a better time. You certainly pour a beautiful glass of scotch. My compliments to your mother's housekeeping.
Where are you going?
Outside to look for cigarette butts, and then home. Don't worry, no one will be leaving. I'll walk out backwards.
What did I say? Why are you so upset?
I disturb you? I make you sad? I have been called a lot of things by a lot of people in a lot of different places. But I have never been called a depressant.
Elaine, please, if you could just sit down. Let me say something.
Say something? You've already talked away half a lot of time. Forgive me for the terrible, sinful thing I'm about to say, but I happen to like the pure physical act of making love. It warms me, it stimulates me, and it makes me feel like a woman. But that's another ugly story. That's what I came up here for, and that's what you are expecting. I don't know your problems, and I don't care. Keep your savory swordfish succotash stories to yourself. No one really cares about anything or anyone in this world except himself. He only won't pay to get